Okay, so next here I was asked for 2012 question 6E. So this is actually very similar to the last one I've done, 2015 6E. You're asked calculate the heat of formation of the hydrocarbon C8H18. Okay, so that means I have 8 C's and I need 9 H2s in order to make 18 here. So this is what I'm looking for. Okay, and I'm told, given that the heat of combustion value has been measured to be minus 5502. Okay, so the heat of combustion C8H18 plus oxygen O2, and that always again produces carbon dioxide and water. Okay, so I'll come back to that in a minute. And we're told that the heats of formation of carbon dioxide and of water are minus 394 and minus 286 respectively. So I have to kind of come back up here and balance. So if I look, I have 8 carbons, so I need to have 8 carbons over here. I have 18 hydrogens, so I need to have 18 here. Now remember, I have 2, so 9 by 2 gives me the 18s. Just then, if I look, I have 16 oxygens and I have 9 oxygens. So in total, on this side, I have 25. Okay, so 8 by 2 is 16 oxygens, plus 9 gives me 25. So I need to have 25 on this side. I already have a half, so it's going to be 12.5 O2. Okay, so then I have here, I'm making carbon dioxide, carbon plus oxygen. Remember, oxygen is O2, and hydrogen, H2, plus, and it's going to be a half O2. Okay, because I've only 1 oxygen on this side. And what we do now is we compare to what I have up here at the top of my page, okay, because this is what I'm looking for. So just if I look here, C8H18 appears on the opposite sides. So the first thing I need to do is to reverse this. So I have 8 CO2 plus 9 H2O, and that gives C8H18 plus 12.5 O2. And because I reversed, my sign has to change. So plus 5502. If I look then at here, okay, C plus O2 goes to CO2. I need 8 C's. I've only 1. So I have to multiply this whole equation by 8. So 8C plus 8O2 gives 8 CO2. And my delta H value there is minus 394 multiplied by 8. And that gives me minus 3152 kilojoules per mole. Next one here then, hydrogen. If I look, it's on the left-hand side, so that's fine. But I have 9 up here, so I need to have 9 down here. So I multiply again this whole equation by 9. So that's 9H2 plus, and it's 9 over 2 O2 gives 9H2O. And again, I have to multiply my 286 minus by 9, and that gives me minus 2574 kilojoules per mole. Now what I have to do is I have to cross off anything that appears on both sides. So 8CO2 cancels with my 8CO2. 9H2O cancels with 9H2O. And if I look here, 8O2, 9 over 2, if I was to convert that into a top heavy fraction, is 4.5. So 8 and 4 is 12, plus the half gives 12.5 O2. So it cancels totally with this O2 on the right hand side. So then I have 8C plus 9H2 gives me C8H18. And if I look at what I have up here, 8C plus 9H2 gives me C8H18. So I am correct, and now I have to add up my answers, and it gives me a total answer there of minus 224 kilojoules per mole. So again, the hardest part here is coming up with the equation here. Okay, so remember, heat of combustion always burns an oxygen to produce carbon dioxide and water. 8 carbons on my left hand side, so I have to have 8 carbons on my right hand side. I have 18 hydrogens then on my left hand side. I need to have 18 here, and that leaves me with 25 oxygens, so 12.5 O2.